just in general, I feel like Gen Z is very activator mindset. So it's like if there is something to be done, like let's do it, let's get
Hmm.
involved in something. I think overall, like wanting to make a difference in the world is something that is valuable and important to people um, in that age demographic. And so I think with that comes some also impatience. Like I've noticed some impatience. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I want to see the dream realized like faster than 20 years from now. And so in some ways I feel like that's driving more of a like let's just do it. Let's get on with it. Let's figure out what it is and let's move forward. And it doesn't mean that every kid is that way or every person who is Gen Z is that way. I'm not saying that, but I do think because of that. I think maybe there's more questions. There's more like, if I want to make a difference, I have to be able to have the financial resources to be able to do that. And also, not work all the time. Like, I think that that's not a terrible thing that the upcoming generations in the workforce are not willing to work 80 hours a week. Like, I think that's healthy and they shouldn't,
absolutely.
and we shouldn't. And, like if you think back, like I am a product of a family that worked really, really hard all the time. And
Yeah.
now they're telling me, like, we're sorry, we don't want you to work that much. So I'm having to teach myself it's not healthy to work that much. I should work to have a life, right? And to have a life,
Yes.
you got
Well,
to have the financial resources to be
right.
able to do that.
Which is that's the whole heart of FI, right? Like, you know, increase your savings rate so that you can invest that money, right? Make it work for you and get to a point to where you can hit financial independence, and retire early if that's what you want. Now, most people, right, if you can get to financial independence, before retirement age, don't want to just sort of stop and do nothing, right? But then it
Right.
frees you up to not have to work as much or to focus on a job maybe where you make less, but you get more satisfaction out of it. Or people that have other interests, right? Maybe they've always had a love and a talent, a knack for music, but they didn't want to pursue being a musician as a career or being an artist as a career or whatever it might be because like, well, it's too hard to make a living. But if you're financially independent, then you can focus on those things, or you can start your own nonprofit that focuses on something that you're really passionate about because now you're spending your time and energy on doing something that you really love and are passionate about. And if it makes some extra money, great. If it doesn't, that doesn't matter. You're still providing value for the world, but you're not depending on it for your income because you've gotten yourself to a point where you're financially independent. So